Well, I just don't... Yeah, I don't think I need to in this design. We've got loads of space to do what I want to do in this. So I'm not worried about it. But I do think it's an interesting idea to... oh, that's a point. Let's look at the temperatures of this brine. Seems absolutely fine. Cool. That was a good idea. Right. Man, how did you get up here, Dreco? Can we wrangle you? Yeah. Can easily wrangle you and put you in there. Okay, it's time to start putting food in here. So, we need a conveyor that this sweeper can't reach. So we need a conveyor here. Oh, right, okay, hang on. Cancel this. And deconstruct this, because a thing we need to do right now is we need to change that over to metal. Oh, not to metal, to tile. Thank you, Kasukin. So we need to build that, and then we need to build these here. Oh, sweet. Oh, no, that does have a purpose. I remember what the purpose of that is now. And this is why we need to build this ceiling, so that all of these don't wind up in our kitchen. Have you melted yet? No? What are you at? 142. We're getting there. We're getting there. Apparently this hasn't turned to... Oh, look! Steam turbines, chat! Actual steam turbines. Look at all this power we're making. Oh, that makes me happy. I mean, not quite as happy as the joyous yelling of shine bugs makes me, but I mean, they sound a lot happier than the hatches. Hatches are a bit grumpy. Oh, look, this is still a great hall. That's handy. Is anyone ever going to build these? I don't know. At some point. Can we generate enough heat will then be the question. Should I turn the steam engines, the steam turbines off for a bit? So that I can heat this up enough? We'll have to keep an eye on it and see whether it keeps going up. Because we need it to be a little bit hotter for that to melt. Right, nobody wants to build those. This is largely sorted. They've swept it out. So, the next thing we need to think about here is moving these. Did I crash? Did I crash? Oh, apparently so. It's nice that, like, Streamlabs actually tells me when I crash, hey. Oh, that's literally what I was talking about. Is whether I could turn off the steam turbines to get the temperature hotter. Oh, we haven't had an evening crash for ages. What the what? Dupes. Dupes. This needs doing. Stream was out for a bit, but fixed after I reloaded. Yeah, don't know. Haven't had an evening crash in quite a long time, but apparently it's time. Let me... Need to raise the priority of life support. Is this a life support thing? Who was I running about, Dupe? I think it was Kasukin. No, Kasukin should be life supporting before doing anything else. Ah, here is Kasukin. I mean cleaning, not life support. Cleaning isn't a thing. Tidying. Yeah, it's okay. Kasukin has fixed it for us. Thank you, Kasukin. 3rd time's the charm. Indeed. Right. Lovely. From there... No, actually, we'll do it like this. Oh no, that's super not ideal. Can take it out there then. I don't know where we're going to take it after that, but to begin with, this is where we're going to take it. You have your authorization to do what may be necessary for the well-being of the colony. I mean, you've come and cleaned out our desalinator. It's all good. I mean, you are a bit busy mopping. I could probably just not have you mopping. It's not very important. Like, game. Thank you, game. We could just cancel this and have you not bother with the mopping. How are we doing in here? View interior. We haven't quite created all the carpet. We've created a bit of carpet. We have got an artist who assumably will come and do that in due course. This needs to have all the plastic in it. So that we can actually run this. We are going to put up some... We could have a light. We could have a light. I think I might like a light over there, over the workstation. Though that wasn't why I was coming in this menu. We are going to put up a couple of pots. And another statue. And... oh, hang on. We need like a, we need a pump, don't we? Is a mini pump gonna upset the dining room? Yes. Nuts. I haven't got any free tiles. Alright then. Maybe we have some oxalite. Maybe we have some oxalite. Let's go and look. Do we have any oxalite? I have 11.8 kilos. So we maybe have some oxalite somewhere. Do we have any that we haven't dug up? I thought I hadn't dug up the spiral. We've still got the spiral here that we could go and get. But we need to... Could delete CO2 using bleach stone. Nice, thanks for that. We need to, first of all... So we can put a bin here. If we put another bin here. No. Cancel that. Deconstruct this and this. We're going to move this over. We are going to have a statue here. We're going to have a bin here. To put oxalite in. What am I going to put in this tile here? I know what I'm going to put there. Lovely. I mean, there's no point, because they're only going to be in space for like 5 minutes at a time, but nonetheless. Right, so we need to send some... Right, hang on, that. We need to send some oxygen up here. And some clean water. We're going to send the oxygen from this. Right, I would like a... What am I looking for? Come on, brain. What are we doing? We are gonna use... I don't really want that. Now that's a... nuts. You could cool your rocket so much that CO2 freezes. I mean, you people are not helpful. You know that, don't you? Just not helpful at all. I don't know about that, to be honest. Cancel that. Because the problem I have is I want to prioritize this. But then I need to jump all of this, which is going to be tricky. Oh, we could do it here. Right. So, I hate that bug. Either remove this, or have it actually create the building. Clay. I'm talking to you, Clay. This is like my most hated bug in this entire game currently. Is the fact that the copy thing doesn't work. Now I know everyone who is not me, uses the hotkeys, but I don't like hotkeys. So, Clay, please fix. It's the same with the hotkey, is it? Fair enough. Somebody there had plus 14 machining. That's pretty good. Right, so we gave... Right, we're giving Kasukin a snazzy suit. Since they're the only one who ever cleans the desalinator. Which, you know, is vaguely important for our continued life. If only you needed someone with just machining. Indeed. I was just interested, really. I mean, I'm not taking any more dupes, but I was vaguely interested by that one. Why is this granite? Why would I want these to be granite? Thanks. There we go. Oh, I like the way that you immediately rush to do that. To vent our atmosphere into space. Never mind everything else, let's just vent our atmosphere into space. Thanks, dupes. Or maybe we could drop some more carbon dioxide here and have a liquid and have a carbon dioxide vent. I'm sort of tempted to do that now. You there? Can I borrow some of you for a minute? CO2 liquid lock. Yes, that is what I meant. I mean, you're not doing anything. I'm just venting you into space currently. So what if I just put you here? We might need a... yeah, we probably will. Might need a high pressure vent. Sorry, I just got a bit distracted by the entertainment of making a CO2 liquid lock here, because I noticed that this is quite cold enough. And we have this CO2 pipe up here that we could handily use for it. How are they doing? They're doing pretty well already. I definitely think that we should consider setting up a second one. We could potentially even set up a second one that's just underneath this one. Can I... oh, I just want the shape, damn you. Yeah, we could set up one that's just underneath this one. Yeah, we're definitely doing that. What's the hardest challenge you've done? Definitely the all achievements, Spoonwood. That was definitely the one I struggled with most. Like, in terms of the actual challenge itself. See you later, Nematrek. Like, it wasn't all difficult, but particularly the early bit where you're going for carnivore and locavore, while still being super sustainable and all of that, was tricky. I also made the mistake of doing it on Arborea, which is not necessarily the friendliest planet. I mean, it's not the least friendly planet, but equally. So I think I definitely found that the hardest one. The 100 dupes I don't find very difficult. Like, you have to keep an eye on it when you spin them up and all of that, but like, I'm not finding it... I never found it insanely complicated. If we disable these, will they actually stop working? I want to heat this up so we can melt this. Yeah, Arborea was definitely a part of the challenge, definitely. So, yeah. 100 dupes I found fine. The one where we raced for... was that your one, actually, where we went to Volcania and did the... what did we do? We raced to space or something. No, yours was Rhyme, wasn't it, Spoonwood? I really liked Rhyme. Not Rhyme, the 100k challenge. That I really enjoyed. Like, it had some difficulties, but, like, I really enjoyed that. And I didn't... I know everyone says we got lucky, but as I say, I loaded up a couple of others. other maps. And similarly, I had heat sources quite nearby. Now, I'm sure that you can get screwed and you can have no heat sources nearby on your 100k map. But certainly the couple that I loaded up to see if I'd been like super lucky didn't seem to work that way. Race to the Temporal Tear was the Volcania one. That was okay. Like, I'm not very good at racing. That's the thing I definitely discovered in the race for the Temporal Tear, is that I'm not very good at racing. It doesn't, it's not a sort of natural way for me to play the game. What just happened? I just changed something randomly. I don't know what it was. Oh well. So yeah, that was definitely some learning there, is that that's not a super me thing to do. Right. You can see in there? Yeah, you can. Good. But equally, it wasn't... That one only felt hard for a minute. Once we dealt with that bit of magma that was just underneath the base, like, I didn't necessarily find the rest of that super difficult. In a weird way, I'm actually finding getting used to the DLC a lot more complicated than most of the challenges, because there are such a large range of multiple challenges in the DLC. It's not just one challenge, it's many challenges all rolled into one. So that, yeah, this has definitely been certainly not straightforward in lots of ways. Did I make more glass? There's apparently some. This doesn't look like anywhere near enough. Let's make like 30 more glass. Oh, we built this. Amazing. Right. Let's build a proper thing up there. So yeah, I definitely think all achievements was the hardest, but largely carnivore and locavore with super sustainable. I mean, some of the others were like not super easy to get, but I wouldn't say they were equally super hard to get. They were just a bit complicated in terms of the game achievements, you know? Why aren't we going in here to do this? We've just got too many other things to do. I mean, that's possible. So yeah. Yes, on a sandstone biome start, carnivore is easier. I'm pretty sure we did it in the end without shovels, which I'm really, really pleased about. Because we did nearly have to give in and go shovels, which I wasn't excited about. In the priorities, Kaylee, well, your cooking is set right up. Let's set your decorating right up. OAC also has lots of hatches. Fair enough. I think most of them do. I mean, I know when Francis John did his, he did it on Rhyme. And Rhyme has quite a lot of hatches, actually. Excuse me. So it's not so bad. Yeah, locavore must be a bit more difficult. But locavore, like... Oh, really? You haven't melted now. Oh well. This seems plenty though, so we will sever this. I haven't played a lot of OASI. Maybe if they bring a similar one to the DLC, we'll have to give it a go. I'm still hoping they bring like a wider variety of the biomes to the DLC. Excellent. So now we've only got one of these running. So hopefully this will start to heat up. Right. How are we doing here? We're getting there. We need to build some more there. So the reason I'm doing this is because I want to... Are you just, like, magically deleting those hatches? Oh, you are. You've trapped them. Oh, well, whatever. Does that mean when I deconstruct this, there's going to be a whole bunch of hatches that fall out? Shouldn't the hatches just pop up? I mean, I'm not super bothered. Oh, we need more stone hatches. Anyway. I've still never sorted that out. I've got so much stuff that I just need to sort out on this map that I haven't really got round to. I like the way that apparently the sweetles don't fall down, though. Hatches fall down, sweetles stay up. That doesn't make any sense. See, the naphtha's nice and hot, so it should be heating the steam room. Which should slowly heat this. We'll get there. We'll get there. Oh, that's a thing I want to look at actually, is how are we doing for... So we wasted like, I don't know, 1,000 kilojoules. But we're still not producing strictly that much power. Right, let's view the interior of this. No, we need to view the interior, thanks. They haven't finished building the stuff in here. I've obviously given them too much to do again. As is often the case. Right, this is full of oxygen. Why isn't it going in here? Oh, because I haven't got a vent. That would be why. Liquid gas, right. So this should work if we just pull this up here. And, oh, in fact, we don't need to put it there. We can just put it here in the bathroom. Why not? In fact, let's bring it round there. Cancel and cancel. And put a vent here. We don't want to overpressure in here, if we can help it. Printables, let's have a look. I can take algae. That's fine. Oh, hang on. Let's... Door? Yes, that'll be fine. I can still do it from here. And then once we've got this one up and running, we can make potentially just a power one. I don't know if we'll genuinely need any more rad bots, but we might do, considering my whole let's fire a million things at other planets malarkey. So we might want more of that. Have we... No, we've still got glass orders going. How are we doing here? This temp shift plate is just refusing to get any hotter. Like, the temperature must go up in here, right? There's nothing now to bring the temperature down. The naphtha's hotter. So... one assumes the temp shift plate should do it. It's making it actually... It is sort of vaguely superheating this bit of the thing. Oh, right. I kind of don't think so. It's not very far away. Nah, it's getting hotter now. Yeah, now we're getting there. It'll be fine. Okay. So. Oh no, we want to lock this door again, thanks. Kasukin, can I distract you from doing that? Move here. Lock this door? Yes? No? No. No, we want to do this. Right, let's turn this off manual use. Oh, there you go. Neo's here. Neo is here to save us from the endless loop. Now, I think for a second we are going to turn off polluted dirt here, as always. Well done, Neo. Between you and Kasukin, the colony's just about coping. No, it's not fair. Everyone's doing quite well in this colony, actually. So this one, although it picks up polluted dirt, should never actually pick up any polluted dirt because it can't hit any. But we'll turn it off. I either save the day or die. Yeah, this one should only be eggs, right? It's those two that are everything else, and this one is only eggs. Yes. I mean, that's an interesting range of eggs, but sure. We probably only care about the fish eggs. Okay, so that should mean that said Pacu fillets are going in here. That's not where I want them. I want you to go in here. Let's sever that. Thanks. And sever this. Because one of the other things we want to do is make another loader. In which drama. Unnecessary drama. in which we can put the meat. There you go. So now we're going to get meat and fish coming in here. Then, because we've built this, now I can build the thing I wanted there. Let's rebuild this door. And then we want another loader over here. Just somewhere that this can't see. And this can put the food in there. Now we have got eggshells in there, which maybe we don't need, but it's not the end of the world. Right. So other things we can now do is you can come across here and across here. I mean, seems fine. And we can slowly start moving stuff into our fridge. So this is going to be for, I mean, to be fair, anything. Because we can also make, oh no, because the duplicants can get it. So there is that. We can put cooking ingredients, not sleep wheat grain yet. Well, actually, we can put the sleep wheat grain in there as well if we want. And edibles. Edibles? Edibles. Accept new types. I'm going to put this down to like a 10. And put its thing up to a 6. So that should start to move. Right, this is going to be edibles. Can also be cooking ingredients. That's completely fine. Yeah, and that's going to go into the fridge there. Ah. We are short some stone hatches here. Have we murdered them all accidentally? Looks like. We need to sort that out. And the way we're going to sort that out for now is we're going to make an incubator. I'm going to put it over here. At some point I'm going to sort this out with a similar thing to this one. I think I can also do one where we can drop the hatches straight in, so it can still work without dupe interaction, which would be nice. Not sure why you have a new transformer going through a pre-existing line when the pre-existing line is just going to be part of the overall string. The pre-existing line, Exiled King, is not. What you're seeing here is a new power grid, which has not yet been fully extended to take over the previous grid. So this pre-existing line, and they go up to these transformers here, they're all going to stop existing. That's the plan. I just haven't got around to it yet. But yes, it's certainly not an unreasonable question. But, yeah. In the end, there's only going to be these transformers. If that helps. You're still not heated up enough. Come on. 152. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Right. You lot. Why won't you build these pipes? Oh no, they're still busy doing other things. what are you all doing? Is it stuff in the rocket? Oh, I know what you're bloody doing. Don't run on this wheel. Do not, under any circumstances, run on that wheel. You what names? Nine. Let's try and get them to move the plastic up here. Right. Things we need to do in this rocket. We need to sweep this out. We need to move this table. That's his favourite wheel. I know, it's always everyone's favourite wheel. Is there a wheel we could possibly run on? I mean, I know why they are prioritised to run on the wheel, and it's all very, very well and good, but, you know, sometimes we're busy. We don't have time for running on the wheel. Right, build one of those. Oh, they've done the art. We've got Kaylee to do the art. Look, we've got a lovely metal sculpture. Why aren't you using bleach stone and hand sanitizer in the space bathroom? Because I wanted to make the space bathroom this size, so it got the washroom bonus. And once we made it this size, I was like, well, why don't we just use a sink and we can, I'll show you what we're gonna do. We are gonna run water pipes all over the shop to fill these two, to carry enough water, and just output this into space. So yeah, it was mostly because I was like, oh, look at this space I've got, is the answer. Let's put up some pots. Hello, Kaylee. So you're doing the sweeping, but nobody wants to build anything up here. Well, I mean, and to be fair, they've got plenty of other building to do. Also, hello, Exiled King. I hope you're having a lovely time. Welcome in. What am I doing now? Going back to this. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for super optimal gameplay, I'm afraid you haven't come to the correct place at all. Super optimal gameplay is not what you will find here. Oh, actually, I don't want this door. Can I deconstruct that door? Because we need to put water up here. Drywall there and there. Have I got the temp shift plate behind here? It's hard to see now, behind all the Nematrex. Oh, I should be able to look on the materials overlay, shouldn't I? That should help. Mineral? Yes. Yes, there is a temp shift plate behind there. Lovely. That's what I wanted to know. Here we optimise having fun in our gameplay. Absolutely. I mean, I hope that I optimise having fun for you as well, but I must admit that it's certainly true to say that a part of the ethos of this stream is that it's quite about me having fun, and if I'm not having fun, the stream doesn't work. I mean, I think in general we've agreed with that when we've had times where I'm not having a lot of fun, that actually the stream doesn't work very well. So we have to optimise my fun, because that is usually better for the viewers as well. What are you up to? 154.6. We're getting there. We're getting there. Yes. No! Why are you using this? Doesn't have enough... Oh, that's what I did. It doesn't have enough coolant in it. Don't use this one. What are we short of here? Lime? We're short of lime. Okay, we can put some of these on again. Because, yeah, it just isn't great in terms of the stream working. Yes, that would be hard to achieve for all viewers, but unhappy viewers don't usually stay long. That's also true. And certainly the viewers who talked to me told me that they were less happy when I was less happy. We can't have you, Pipsqueak. And I'm not taking you to kill you. It's not like you're a... No. I wish I hadn't pressed that button. That makes me moderately unhappy. But only moderately unhappy. Like, worse things have happened in the great scheme of things. No conveyor receptacle. Really? No, I'm not taking the Pipsqueak because I am not taking anything that I'm only being offered because I accidentally did debug mode. Because that's not the point. What makes me unhappy? What makes me unhappy is being offered the Pipsqueak. Because I accidentally started debug mode. It's not the Pipsqueak itself, it's the fact that I am being offered Pipsqueaks. That makes me moderately unhappy. $158.1. We're nearly at melting point. Oh, yeah, that's not going to work out very well, is it? Numpty. Yeah, I'm definitely going to take the debug thing off. I just added a file, didn't I? I did it so long ago that I've forgotten how it works. But I think I just added a file somewhere in the boot up that makes that happen. So I'm definitely going to work out what I did and make it not happen anymore. Because it also messed up my my all achievements run. Because I pressed it at some point randomly during the enable debug.txt in the folder with onit.exe. Ah! Melted naphtha. Melted naphtha. Mop. Mop. Mop all the naphtha. Yay. Oh. Slightly overheated our transformer there, but you know, things happen. So no worries, Nomadic. Right, so we're going to put the naphtha in here and then we can run it into this. Oh, and we can turn on our steam turbines again. Enable. Because I think we're going to make any more naphtha we might happen to need with the rocket. Lovely. Naphtha. That's what I want in there. Oh. Yeah, no, I've really... this whole, like, using naphtha for things has been really cool. Like, it's just exciting to find a new thing to do, if you see what I mean. Naphtha is great. Naphtha does seem great. Like, I've always been really upset when I've made it before, because it's always been accidental. Right, how are we doing now? We're very oxygeny. That is what we wanted. We wanted to be very oxygeny. Let me see the gas overlay. Oh, we're also quite chlorine-y. What can I do about this chlorine? I wish you could mop gases. Yes, they did fix the no heavy wires behind solar panels. Run all your metal refineries without using a thermo aqua tuner. That's an interesting one. I mean, I do run... Let's try and drop it all to the bottom to begin with. So let's try and drop it out of this bathroom. I do run... what is the temperature going to be like in here? It seems fine. It's probably Joyas are the best, though. They just have the best temperature range. So why don't we just make them Joyas? Seems fine. Oh, this doesn't have any power. You know, you don't get light to your workstations if they don't have any power. These don't need power, so I don't care about them. So we can suppress their notifications. No, I don't want to do that. And suppress this notification. And now my question is, do I wind up accidentally having to delete this what am I looking for? This. Do I wind up accidentally having to delete this chlorine with oxalate because it won't go away? Because, like, I wouldn't be thrilled with that. So in terms of running metal refineries without aqua tuners, I always do that at the beginning, or nearly always, because I nearly always run a ghetto setup. I don't think ghetto is the right word for it. I've just got that off Francis John, but I don't think it's actually correct. I always use a cobbled together setup to begin with, just with the polluted water, which is why it's like 50 degrees down here. Also, my other problem with this is an interesting challenge is that these, like, you get them on all the starting maps now, and like having this, we'd have to do it on not Terra, I guess, because having this just makes it too easy, if you see what I mean. Good. So now we're going to start cooling down this again. This is broken, which is fine. Did you do the large map? No, this is the spaced out one. Exiled King. I found that the large map it's just too easy. Like, you just have too many resources to start off with. You're not under any pressure. So we've had interesting things because we've done the small map where we've had to melt naphtha to put into the oil refineries, the metal refineries, because they don't have any oil. You know, we have struggled quite a lot on refined metals in the early game because of that, partly. So yeah, there's been some things like that, which definitely doing it on the spaced out version has made more interesting. Right. Now, I want to deconstruct this bridge before we start this going, because otherwise we'll overfill it and it won't work properly. We can also stop doing these in here, because this isn't the ideal one where I want to do that in. I want to do those here. Once we have deconstructed that bridge. Lovely. Yes. So now you are going to make iron to steel forever. And let's have a look at how much iron we have. So we did... I was quite hesitant to start the DLC, especially while it was not fully released and it was still in early access. So we started off with the large Terra map, but it doesn't force you into the new mechanics as much as I wanted. How did you melt the plastic into naphtha? We've melted the plastic into naphtha in two ways. So the first thing we did, let me show you, was we came down here. Apparently we've never bothered to fix this. And we built this metal tile here because this obsidian had loads of heat in it. Oh, it's actually regained some of the heat. And then we built a couple of temp shift plates here out of plastic. So then they melted into naphtha. And then, because that had run out of heat, though apparently it is starting to build up again, we just we deconstructed this and put a temp shift plate here to melt more, and that again was plastic, to melt it into naphtha. But that did mean that we had to turn off the steam turbines for a bit. So now we've got the steam turbines back on, which I'm pleased about. We also have a temp shift plate here, because we've been sort of playing with different ways of doing it, with a nice metal tile there, which hopefully will melt to naphtha when we take off with this rocket. So yeah, that's been our various ways of creating naphtha so far. Have we dropped all that chlorine now? We have dropped that chlorine, so at least all that chlorine is now along the bottom. So we can rebuild that. But yeah, we might have to wind up deleting this chlorine with oxalite, which isn't really the use of oxalite that I wanted. But maybe it'll have to be. Oh, this is running all the time. I don't really want this running all the time, do I? Right. I tell you what. Let's sever that for a minute. No, that's not the one I want to sever. Let's sever this side. And then I'm going to let them run on the wheel, so they can charge up the battery for a bit. So yeah, that was how we did it. Consumable ore oxalite at a 9. And we're going to go and get some more oxalite by means of digging into the oxalite spiral that we have down here. We might have to think of some new solutions. There's some more oxalite in there. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, we've done a few things about melting naphtha into plastic, which all in all I've been quite enjoying. There we go. This is working very well. It is also randomly holding our eggshells, but what are you going to do? What I hope to do when we go to space, oh no, that's the wrong one, is finish this research with the space research, so that we can get the solid filter. How have I gotten my plastic? I've gotten my plastic Exiled King from Dracos. So we have this Draco set up here, which isn't working properly. This needs a bit of work. This should have regular Dracos in it, like reed fiber Dracos. But I can't grow the balm lilies because it's a bit too... Oh, that's where I need this thing to go. You've reminded me of something. You've reminded me that I need this to come over here and up through these balm lilies. Because the other thing we were going to heat with this water was balm lilies. I don't know where it's going to go from there, but it's going there. Yeah, so we... Okay, thank you. We got some wild Dracos. We chucked them in with mealwood, and they became glossies. Ideally, these would be completely full of hydrogen, but I haven't got round to vacuuming out all the oxygen yet. And this one too should be hydrogen and then chlorine for the bombs. They're not yet. There's like a tiny bit of chlorine knocking around in there. But they will be. So, yes, all of that will happen in due course. Also, this central bit, I will completely make hydrogen. And it's also going to be 2 rooms. So this top section is going to be its own room where we can have the incubators and have a trapdoor so that hatched Drecos fall down into the shearing room. But I haven't got around to doing it yet, is the answer. So then we have like a breeding ranch for each type and a overflow one where they get tamed and their coats will, where they get sheared and their coats will regrow. So I think you get like a couple of shearings out of them before they starve to death. But currently these are our reed fibre Drecos. They're just sort of, we've just collected some wild ones that have been wandering around and they're living down there for the minute. Mirth leaf we can definitely have, so we'll take that. But yeah, so it's been that sort of game where we've had to come up with all sorts of solutions for things, which I've really enjoyed. Right, I'm going to set this to sweep on a 9, because I really want them to pick up that oxalite and put it in the thing. And hopefully if I, you're going to get yourself stuck over there, dude. If I set this to sweep on a 9, they'll be excited to move the oxalite into the rocket. Hopefully. Let's, set these. Have I... Right, clothing, yes. Let's say no oxalite, no bleach stone up here. Thanks. No critter eggs. These should be yes. Right, and you should be on accepts new types. And we'll copy that over there. Excellent. Posture check, Neo. That'll be next year's subathon, maybe. Not subathon, September, when we get a different camera. Because I don't mind this one, but it's not great. Which I'm kind of surprised about, because I used the same recommendation site for the camera as I did for the microphone. And the microphone is great. But the camera isn't. But I mean, I bought this one because it was the one with the built-in ring light, so I didn't have to buy a ring light, to be fair. So, I mean, there is a bit of... What's it? I don't know. Stuff. I have no idea what I'm even saying. There's a bit of a difference, I guess, between the two things, because the camera was limited by the fact that this was the one that had a built-in ring light of the ones that were on offer, whereas the mic I could just take the one that I thought would be best and was in my price range. So yeah, that's the thing. So good. So now, we've never had loads of canaries, but now our canaries should sensibly start to explode. Another thing that we'd like to do with these, now that we have them, probably this one, is... Right, yes, you are doing that. But you here should be joining onto this, which means we are going to need... Do you have a Rodriguez? We do. Exiled King. We have a full-size Rodriguez over here. We are using this water here to power it, and also to cool it and the oxygen. So you can see, actually, if we look at the temperature overlay, like, it's really cold. And that means the water going into the oxygen is really cold. The oxygen in the Rodriguez is really cold. And then it is piped out through all this cold water. So that's one of the reasons why our map's pretty cold on the whole. I mean, this is less cold because I deliberately heated it up just now. But it will cool down again in due course. But yeah, I did just deliberately heat it up, so it's a bit warmer than it was. But yeah, we built a full-size one. Like, we only have 8 dupes, so we in no way need this much oxygen. But I might want to fire the oxygen to other planets later, so I wanted to build a full one. Right, how are we getting on in this rocket? We have no plastic out here, so they've moved all the plastic. I see Kasukin bringing oxalite as we speak. So let's go and look in the rocket. Get them to add some more Joya seeds up here. You've got some. Have you dealt with... You have dealt with the carbon dioxide, with the chlorine problem. Amazing. So the last thing we need to get set up and ready to go, this must be all the plastic we've got, which is not loads. But some. The last thing we need to get set up here is the water and how that's going to run. So, I think for now we'll use insulated pipes. We might not need insulated pipes, but we will see. Alright, you go there to begin with. Oh, they can't reach up there. Is that so? I can help you with that. Have a ladder piece. You'll be fine. So that's going to be getting rid of our, what's it? Dirty water. Obviously the toilet is just going to chuck it out through the thing. And then we're just going to try and keep as much clean water in here as we can. Which is going to be way more than we in fact need. Because we can keep all of this, essentially. Which is going to be loads and loads of water. To keep this going in flight. Oh man. Alright, I can't look at that. Give me a second. Right, what we do need to do though is we need to actually pipe some of that water up here. Now, we are probably going to use this water here that's going into the Rodriguez. Obviously it's not super ideal, but we are flooding the place, so we can definitely spare some. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Right, come here, you. This is gonna be a little bit of a long run for you, but you'll be fine. In. There we go. How is this doing? They still haven't quite filled it up, but we are getting there. I also enjoy very much that it's around the clock power. It's excellent. Right, we want a bottle emptier there. The joy of shine bugs definitely entertains me. Right, I would also really like us to get rid of these so we can stop having any rot in our kitchen. That would be nice. But you can see on the temperature overlay, like, the oxygen coming in is just, like, chilling the whole place down. So, yeah. We definitely have some cold problems. Right, so that's going to take water to this. This is getting built. These are getting powered. Right. This is working. Right. Oh, I know what we were doing next. We were looking at how are you keeping the water from freezing in the pipes after sieving it. Insulated pipes, mostly. So, as you can see, the temperature down here is not too bad. But if it becomes necessary, we'll put a tepidizer in. I haven't yet. But if it becomes necessary, we'll put a tepidizer in to warm this up a little bit. We might need to do it anyway, just to cope with how cold the base is. But yeah, we'll just put a tepidizer in, is the answer, to raise it up. I think it's because this one... No, that's minus 10. Are they both minus 10? Yeah. But yes, we haven't had any problem with that. Also, the desalinator, doesn't it kick off a bit of heat? It does. So desalinators on the whole kick out loads of heat. But because it's so, yeah, you could see there, heat production is like 8 kilo DTUs. But because it's underwater, like, it's not overheating even though we just built it out of gold amalgam. But it's also adding some warmth down here, which is handy. Alright, well, we're building some of these. Excellent. Let's view the interior. We're not building any of that yet. Right, we'll wait. We'll wait. Let's look out here. Do we actually have any oxalite out here? Yes, we still have some. So I would like that to go in the thing. Let's see where it is. There? Sweep this. Anywhere else? That's already marked for sweeping. Oh. Okay, that's it. So, since the tiles below the sieves isn't in contact with the water, plus the input materials above 0, and the sieve heats production keeps water above the frozen point. Yes. Yes. You could use hot in points too, to avoid the water freezing. We could. A solution for what we do with this loop when we finished warming plants with it would potentially be to just throw it back in here. Though currently we are having an issue with using enough of the water, so I'm not sure we'd want to add extra water to it. But it's certainly something that we could consider, particularly if it started to get too cold. But as I say, my plan for the far future is in fact to run all of this water through a volcano. At which point it won't be so cold. And we'll have to worry about cooling it again. Oh, it's dormant. Right, let's dig this out. That was something we were going to do. Because this was probably the volcano we were going to chuck it into. I mean, obviously we're not going to just chuck it into a volcano, but that is largely my plan, is to put it in a volcano. I always have a hydro sensor at a specific point that I don't want water past, and then lead it to doors that seal off the geysers. It's not the One Ring after all. Indeed. Right, let us analyse this at like a 7. If we could sweep this stuff off it, that would be great. Yes, no, I could absolutely have done that, Exiled King, but I just can't be bothered. It's a very good idea. Yeah, probably. But yeah, I just can't be bothered, largely. My solution is just to look for new ways to use my water. I've got these Paku, but I can't really use them. And I don't really want them flopping all over the base, making the place untidy. Oh, maybe we could. They'd probably all wind up down the bottom. Oh, we don't need them. Got so many Paku. Right. What we also have, though, is a bunch of ceramic that we're going to use to box this in. And in the short term, I'm just going to make a little box and pump that out. But we will need to pump that out. Yes, I don't really want to follow his enormous water tank. Also, he's playing on the large map, Exiled King. So, like, if you think how big his water tank is, just nuts. I enjoyed watching him build it, but that was not one of the bits I wanted to do. However, the bit where he throws all his water into his geothermal power is a bit I want to copy for this playthrough. So that bit we are going to try and do, where we just chuck all our water into this volcano and make it do geothermal power. But yeah, I don't want a water tank the size of the map. Except you refuse to use the core. Because I'm leaving Nematrek. He's used up the core in his, but he's got dupes there to, like, think of different things. But I'm leaving. So once the core is over, it's just over. Do you know what? If we're leaving, we could... I know you want the core gone. I don't care about getting the core gone. This is something that you care about, Nematrek. And you can fix in your game. Indeed, you did fix it in your game, as I recall. What about making the entire base of your map into solid oxygen? How would I cool it enough, Exiled King? I mean, yeah, we could do some exciting things like that, but I'm not super enamored to do them. Thank you for lurking, Kasukin. Though, to be fair, we are leaving. So a thing we could potentially do is flood the map. We could flood the entire map. We could just make sure that everything is sealed. that we need, or that is going to work while we're not here, and then we could just flood the whole map if we wanted. I mean, I'm not suggesting that this is the best plan I've ever had, but it is an idea. Can we actually come and do this? Nobody's doing this. What are you doing, Neo? How are you doing 10 other things? Do this. 5,000 cycles later. Quite possibly. What achievement have I earned? Game. Even though I can't actually do it. Oh, auto sweepers did more jobs than duplicants. I mean, that's not really surprising. I've only got 8 duplicants and I've got about 27 auto sweepers. So, yeah, not a massive surprise. Okay. Once I did that, but not the whole map, I dug out the magma and pumped O2 down there and froze it. It was painful because O2 would form a debris more often than a tile. It took a while. Oh man, I bet. I mean, Francis did do something where I think he froze water though. I think he made a frozen core. In the one where he poured the ocean on it. I can't remember which one that was where he poured the ocean on it. I think it was Oasis, was it? Where he poured the ocean on it, or was it Rhyme? In the one where he poured his saltwater ocean onto his magma biome, he then froze it all. It's one of those, yeah, you come up with a super project for no reason. You thought he did frozen oxygen. Maybe he did. I thought he did water. I thought he did ice, but it might have been oxygen. I haven't seen it for a little while now, so I forget. But that was actually one of his best series. The one where he wound up dropping the ocean on the magma biome. Definitely one of his best series. I also really like the one he did with the mini base. That's a really good series. Apart from the bit where he's trying to delete heat with bristle blossoms, because that bit's really long and boring. While he doesn't realise that it doesn't work the way he thinks it does. Oh yeah, one of the base-loving things was Frozen O2. There's also the base-loving one where they covered the whole map in plastic. Do you guys have a method to refill the core? No. You could probably do it from the volcanoes. Yeah. That was sort of something I thought about for one of the other ones that we were doing when I wanted to do geothermal power, was the idea that we could run the geothermal off the core and then run the volcanoes into the core to replace the magma. But at that point I was like, why don't we just do geothermal off the volcanoes? What is the point of using the core? If that makes sense. That was sort of my thought process around it, was like, oh, this would be cool. And then I was like, yeah, but that's really, really pointless. Like, even by ONI standards. Seems super pointless. You want to pour molten glass into your core? Wow. I have no idea what would happen if one tried that. Yeah, nobody's doing this because I've told them to do something else. Well, that's fine, because also Neo can't come and get in the rocket because he needs to, I vote we pump the magma core and bring it with us when we move to other asteroids. I knew someone was gonna be like, you said you were taking everything. How, in God's name, am I gonna keep it cool? am I going to stop the rockets overheating? Remember that thing in the last run where we nearly incinerated all the duplicants? How do we prevent that happening? Just do a rocket with a vacuum. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how ridiculous the game of digging this one out and automating everything becomes. Yes, the vacuum is easy. It starts with 1. It could be possible. I don't think liquid in liquid tank modules exchange heat. How are we getting it into the liquid tank, though? You can't pipe it through anything. I suppose maybe we could pipe it through ceramic pipes. Ceramic insulated pipes might be sufficient. If we use the pump trick to get it in. Well, I guess what you do is you use the pump trick to make a pump work without overheating. Then you use ceramic piping and pump it into the rocket module, where maybe it doesn't overheat. How much do the liquid tanks hold versus how much is in the core? How about we only bring 1 liquid tank? We might try and bring 1 liquid tank of magma as a compromise. If I go to... let's swap this one, because I don't think it will make it not happen, but yeah. Large liquid fuel tank. Does it have to be fuel? Can I put anything in it? Doesn't say how much it holds, though. Liquid cargo tank. Why doesn't it tell me how much it actually holds? Don't you think that would be a useful piece of information? You could have a top of liquid... yeah. In a diagonal waterlock to keep the vacuum in the lower half and have the dupe live in the upper half. Large liquid cargo tank. 27 tons of magma. Made out of steel and we're all good. Is that how much it holds? 27 tons. How much is in a tile? Well, there's almost 2 ton per tile of the magma. Is that true everywhere? No. Well, lots of places. Maybe. Normal ones, 5 tons. Rocket ones are 9 tons for small and 27 for large. Okay. Oh, right. When is this active again? Right, not for 34.2. Let's turn the water planet into steam. Yeah, we could pump it into a rocket tank. We might try that. God knows how we're going to make it work, but we might try. Right, I want to get all of this out of here. And we need a liquid lock. It can be of... oh no. It can be of whatever, because it only needs to last while the thing isn't working. Oh, magma. It's like the heart of its planet. Right. Let's get on with this. And then we can just do this of whatever for now, because all I'm going to use this for is to pump out the atmosphere from in here. And then we can let this vent some we can let this go until we need it for something. Or until I figure out how I'm going to build a Steam thingy with it. But we do need that finished. They're running on the wheel, aren't they? Yeah. I see you, Kaylee. I mean, that's fine. Just charge up the wheel and then that's it. Okay. Right, chat, but I really need to go because I've got my other job to do. And I need to have some food. We will be back with Don't Starve tomorrow, where we are playing as Wendy. Wendy now. And her ghost sister, who we have named Annabelle, in honour of Annabelle from the channel. And we'll be back with this one on Friday. So that should be good. I'll see if I have time to do some stuff, because there's loads of stuff that I could do which you don't necessarily need to be here to watch. Save. Yes, I'm gonna save Kasukin, it's okay. But thank you. Let's save. There we go. So yes. Why? Oh, because Kaylee's in the rocket. Note before I leave, go on. Annabelle is the real deal. Remember the rocket sensor to the ground, the toilet fridges, etc. Oh, you mean the grounded thing? Do you mean remember to turn this off? That'll be fine. You're not going to go in the rocket, Neo, until everyone's back. So it won't be... We won't launch the rocket until Friday. There's a sensor to do it automatically. Something special below and give it some glitz in chat. Very funny. Yeah, we won't launch the rocket until Friday. That'll wait until chat is back to watch. Things I might do is get this up and running. Maybe build a cooling loop for the base. Put some stone hatch eggs in here so we don't run out of hatches. You know, sort this out. Things like that. We'll do boring things like that while you're not here. I won't do anything exciting while you're not here. So we won't launch rockets or build any great big new projects. We'll just tidy and stuff like that. Lovely. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. As I always say, the best thing you can do to support it is to be here and watch and chat. Engagement with the channel is a super important metric, as is viewers. So nag your friends and relatives, get them to come and watch the Match Not Binary play games. If you would like to support in other methods, you can do so by subscribing, which you can also do with Amazon Prime, Prime Gaming, both for no extra cost to you if you already have them, or you can follow the link below the channel, which will give you a link to my Streamlabs donation page, where you can also now subscribe monthly, which I think is a better deal for me than Twitch, but you don't get the cool emotes, so you know you'll have to decide how you feel about that. We'll take that. Let's have a quick look and see if anyone thrilling is streaming. I mean, there are some people that I quite like streaming, but I'm not sure there's anyone who is appropriate to raid. So I am going to leave it here. Oh, Queer Company just started. Oh, excellent. Let's raid Queer Company. Yeah, they haven't shown up yet on mine. They helped me... hang on. Words. That article that I was talking about was... I didn't know it was deleted. They deleted a passage out of it until Queer Company tweeted about it. So we can definitely go and raid them. Nematrek, that is a great idea because they're good times. Queer Company, let's go and give them a raid. Say hello to them. I'm going to have to run off for dinner, so make sure you say hi for me, chat. They are a lovely time. Variety streamers play loads of different things. Great fun to watch. Off we go. Thank you for watching, chat. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Raid cancelled? Oh, nuts. Let me try again. Should have raided. Start raid. Oh, I see what happened. Raid now. Excellent.